Good morning guys and welcome to the beautiful paradise of India. My name is Agnes and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a vlog with you guys where I'm going to be answering the questions which I've asked you to ask me about a couple of weeks ago, and I've received over 40 questions, so thank you so much guys for sending those questions over. I will address them in today's vlog. I will try to do as much as possible during the time when I'm getting ready to go out, and I'm gonna take you guys with me to Phoenix Mall where I'm going to get my nails fixed because it's time for them to get done. While I'm sitting getting my nails done, I'm going to be addressing some of the questions that you guys asked. I'm really aiming to answer all of them, and while I'm answering the questions I'll also be reading your names, although these days we got a hashtag or handle or what they call it, so it's going to be hard to know exactly what's your name, but I'm going to put those questions on the screen for you guys so you also see who's asking those questions. So these are all the questions that you guys asked. I have printed them out so that I can go one by one and try to answer them all. I really hope I will be able to answer all of them. Got my porridge, time to eat breakfast. And while I'm eating breakfast, I thought why not start addressing some of the comments that you guys made and questions you have. This one is from Aston936, which by the way always comments on my videos. Thank you so much. Your comments are really appreciated. And he said, hey Agnes, well I have a lot of questions, but before that I wanted to say you're an amazing content creator and I always love to watch you, and you have a wonderful family, kids, husband, everyone, they're all amazing. So my question is, since when you have started YouTube channel and why you think YouTube is the best for you? That's question number one. And second question is, what's your favorite destination place you love to visit with your family? So first of all, thank you so much. Comments like that really make my day, and when I read such a positive comments, it just lifts me up and makes me feel like, you know, at least someone is enjoying my videos and like watching us on the screen and enjoys my family as well. When did I start my YouTube career? If you go onto my channel, you would see that the latest or the oldest video that I've uploaded was in May 2019, a long time ago. By the way, I'm eating porridge, which doesn't look very nice at the moment. I like adding all the seeds and peanut butter and whatever seeds really, or things that I can add to it to enhance the taste I add, but I love porridge. Do you like porridge? My favorite thing to have for breakfast. I could have it every day. So yes, I started my YouTube career in 3.5 years ago. Do I think YouTube is the best for me? I don't know, but being a creative person like I am, I think YouTube really helps me, or it's my outlet for my creativity. I don't know if it's the best for me, but it's something that I do and I enjoy doing. So that's why I stuck to it for 3.5 years and I've created over 400 videos for now. I wish it grew a bit quicker, but it is what it is. Some creators just don't, you know, get there as fast as the others. And question number 2 was, what's your favorite destination place you love to visit with your family? We have quite a few things on our bucket list, you can call it. We would love to go to Thailand, we want to go to Maldives, we want to see most of the India that we haven't yet seen. So for example, the next destination that we're going to is Goa. We have seen Goa, but kids were very young, so we're going there again for holidays during the Shari, which is in October. And also we would love to go to, for example, Shimla, which we haven't been, so it's a mountainside where there is snow quite often present. Yeah, and also Andaman Island. This is something that my husband really wants to see. So this is where we are going to plan to go next. The next question is from Pradeep. What do you and your children think of our culture compared with Western? And are you planning to visit Mahakaleshwar temple in Ujjain? I'm going to answer the question number 2 first. I was planning, and my husband actually went twice to show family members the Ujjain temple, but I haven't been myself, so one day hopefully my husband will take me there too. It's apparently very, very nice, but it's about 1.5 hour drive from where we live. And what do you and your children think of our culture compared to Western? I don't know what they think about it, to be honest with you. They are actually quite accustomed to quite a lot of the culture, because my husband being Indian, we know the valley. Had Josh not been Indian, maybe they just wouldn't know anything and they would have been shocked. So there was not so much of a shock in terms of culture. Now let me finish my porridge and then I'll start getting ready. While I'm getting ready, I get back to the questions. So as I'm getting ready, funny thing happens. the electricity goes off. And I was going to record for you guys while I'm putting the makeup on, but it's going to have to now be just eyelashes because that's the only thing left, and I don't have a natural lighting here in my dressing room. This is why I just couldn't record while I'm doing my makeup on. So the next question from OD907. What is your education qualification? So I have a bachelor degree in accounts and finance, and then I continued with my education and did ACCA qualification, so that I am chartered accountant, and also I did CPC transport manager course, which means I can be a transport manager in a transport company, and this is because my husband was running a transport business and I had to do it just to help him out in the business. So this is what I was doing back in England. And here in India, I currently do not work as a chartered accountant, and YouTube has become my part-time, full-time kind of thing. Hamedullah, because of the handles that YouTube introduced lately, I just cannot know what is actually your name. Hi Agnes, I hope you're doing well. I really want you to make a video regarding the scope, value and recognition of ACCA qualification in major EU countries like Germany and France, as you yourself are ACCA, so it's going to be a credible source of information from your side regarding this qualification. I don't talk about ACCA anymore because I did it and I covered everything there was to cover, and questions like that I can't really answer because I don't work in Germany or France, never worked there. I don't even work for Poland, never worked in Poland. I can tell you what it is in the UK, but I cannot address any other European countries. However, because ACCA is globally recognized profession, it would be very similar in other countries as to what is the scope and what value and recognition does ACCA have. It is recognized all over the world, and if you have ACCA, you can get a job as an accountant everywhere else. This is from Gurbajan 3716. Hi Agnes, would your parents visit you in India? Are they also passionate about Indian culture as you are? I don't know if my parents will visit India. I am really trying for them to do so, but it is a very long flight away. My parents live in a small city called Szczecinek in Poland, and this city does not have any airport, which means they have to drive minimum of 2.5 to 3 hours to get to the airport that is the closest to them. From there they will have to either fly to a major airport to get a direct flight to Delhi, or they will have to fly to London to get the flight to Delhi, so that then they can get flight to Indore. So you can appreciate not only it's a long flight, but also 2 connections on the way. So because of that, it kind of proves difficult for them to just jump on the plane and come here. It is also quite expensive, but having said that, yes, we're missing them very much. So we're going to see them soon in December. Me and my family are packing up and going to Poland, and we're going to be there for over 2 weeks, which is fantastic news for my family, and we are very much looking forward to it. And are they passionate about Indian culture? They're not passionate, I'd say, they have their own culture, but they do understand a lot of things, and whenever there is festival or whenever there is a celebration in Indian culture, they would always call up and wish us, happy Diwali or whatever the celebration that there is. The next question from OBM8119. Indian education is more theoretical. That's the word. What is your opinion on the difference between India and UK educational system? Now guys, I've been meaning to do a video about the differences between UK and Indian education system. It is different. It's a lot different. It is more strict. It is more pressure put on the studies, and if I'm to be honest, my kids don't really enjoy the pressure of studying so much because they keep on having exams and they have to prepare for it once every 2-3 months, so there is a lot of pressure on it. Stay tuned. Benzilist4017. Can you make a video on cooking traditional Indian dish like roti and sabji, veg, non-veg? In my opinion, it would be a good content. I do sometimes do content about cooking, but I think my channel is mainly about Indian culture and Indian tradition and how we find each other here and vlogs and stuff like that. Or maybe once I kind of run out of ideas what to do, I will just jump in the kitchen and film myself cooking some Indian food. I can cook Indian food quite well, at least that's what I think, and I cook it to my family's liking, which means it is not spicy, but it is spiced. So I do use all the flavors, but I just don't add chili to it. Otherwise my kids wouldn't eat much of it. So let's go to the Phoenix Mall, get my nails done, and I will talk to you through more questions. Looking good. Let's go. I just love coming to this place. There is something about Phoenix Mall that just keeps drawing me back. And yeah, as I need to get my nails done anyway, I'll just walk around. But let's get on with the next question. I just want to answer one question before I go to the actual salon. Sharma Hot Vig 2593. I wanted to ask a lot, but one question is when you will come live in a week, and one question is when will you spend your free time watching movies and songs. Or someone is asking basically whether I'm gonna spend some time watching movies and songs. I do watch movies. I do watch Indian movies as well. Especially I like dramas, and the last drama that I watched was Marzipur. So yeah, I do like watching movies and songs. I just don't share it with you guys because, you know, I'm just watching, so it's not much of a content, isn't it? What do you suggest to interracial relations when one side is Indian? India is good to live for people from other developed nations. Sanjeev from Punjab, or at least I know that your name is Sanjeev. I don't know, I think it has to be agreed on both sides. If you are willing to change the country and move to India and you are interracial relationship, you really both need to be like decided about it, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. You can't force somebody to move across the ocean or wherever you're coming from and live in another country. This has to be agreed upon. So while I'm waiting for my coffee from McDonald's before I go for my nails, the next question is from Samiya Dav 9407. Your question was, are you working as qualified accountant ACCA in India? Simple answer is no, I'm not working as an accountant here. The goal is to open a business here in India. Yeah, maybe when I return back to England, this is when I'm gonna resume my career as qualified accountant. Next question is from A to Z Solutions, IQ8ST. Do you like our culture? Yes, I do. I'm married to Indian and I'm accustomed to a lot of culture, Indian culture. I'm familiar with it, so I like it, I appreciate it, and there's a lot of things that I really do prefer over my own culture, to be honest. Like, for example, that my children call each other by, not by name, but my youngest son would call his sister Didi, and the youngest brother will call his older brother by Paji. So I think that's a very nice thing. But there is a lot of other things that I like about Indian culture. Let's have a coffee now. So I got my nails done and I decided to take my color off and just leave it natural because my nails become very weak. So I'm getting my toes done now, but I thought I will address a few more questions from you guys. That particular question made me laugh when I read it. Captain Bima Yao Tan asking me, are you Chinese? I mean, I do have a bit of a slanted eyes, I don't know, Chinese looking eyes, and as a child I was actually quite often being said that I've got Chinese looking eyes, but no, I'm not Chinese, I'm Polish, guys. I'm from Poland. Another question from Jani Kumar Saho is, why you live in India? So we have recorded a video, guys, for you explaining the reasons why we moved to India, and one of the reasons was for the children's education. We wanted them to have the best education that there is possible, and we can't afford to have such education in England. Therefore, we decided to bring them here to India. Next question is from Rishi Sharma. Why Indore? It's a long story, but we actually happened to be at a party of a friend. He had family members who live in India, in Indore, and they, when they found out that we want to come to India and that we were supposed to come to Goa, this is where we decided initially that we're gonna come. They told us that they live in Indore. Indore is the cleanest city of India. It has a very good schooling, and that he will kind of help us out initially to get our feet on the ground here in India. So hence we haven't got anyone in Goa. We looked into it, we looked into the schools and everything, and we decided that that's where we're gonna come. So it was really by the recommendation, and it was a very thought through process actually, and that's how we are here in Indore. The next question is from Shush. Are you living in India permanently? Most likely not. So the plan is to be here for a year, maybe 2 maximum, and then we move on. But within that year or 2, that's the window that we give ourselves to find a business or something to do here, so that we're not doing nothing. Or, you know, I'm doing YouTube, I'm going to the gym, I've got my routine, and my husband also helps out with the old business. But, you know, we're not busy with full-time job, or we don't have any business right here. So this is why we're giving ourselves that year or 2 to think about what we want to do in the future and what business we want to run. The next question is from Morningstar 2334. Why haven't you showed your husband's mom and dad till now? What is the matter? You showed everything about your family, but what about husband's mom and dad? I haven't seen yet. His mom has arrived to Indore just a few weeks ago, and we have shown her on the channel, and I've actually addressed this on my channel to say that this is my mother-in-law. She has come to our videos before, but I've never had the chance to kind of fully introduce her. You know, not everyone wants to be on the camera, and not everyone is comfortable being on the camera and being talked about, or, you know, just be on the camera, I guess. So yeah, you've met my mother-in-law, you have not met my father-in-law yet, and I don't think you ever will. The next question is Ganesh Kini. Define India your way. India is a very colorful, warm, beautiful, welcoming and joyful country. I enjoy spending my time here, but having said that, there's a lot of things that I miss about country where I was spending majority of my life, which is the UK. And it is very difficult to compare one country to another, because every country will have its ups and downs, and India has a lot of ups, but it also has downs, and we are struggling to fully find ourselves in here, mainly due to, for example, children. They struggle with amount of studies that they have to do. I struggle with kind of, you know, I am not doing anything, and that was the goal, of course, but I'm quite hardworking, so I would like to have a job to do where I'm actually able to make my own money, which is why I'm hoping to grow my YouTube channel, so that, you know, it makes me enough money so I can sustain myself. So please guys, I would appreciate if you do subscribe to my channel, like and comment, because that is what helps the YouTube algorithm to push the videos to more people like you who are interested in the content that I create. Much appreciated. A question from Deep Dilon. When come to Punjab again? Good news, I'm coming to Punjab over the Diwali time. So we've already booked the tickets, and we're going to Punjab for Diwali to celebrate with my husband's family. The next question is from Jitendra Kumar Pradhan 6371. My question is, what is your beauty secret? First of all, thank you so much for you to say that I'm beautiful. I don't have any secrets. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I exercise regularly, and I try to eat fairly healthy, although I have a sweet tooth, so my downfall is that I love eating sugary things, which here in India you're not short of, and you have all these delicious rasmalais, jalebis and kulfis, which I indulge in and I love. So this is why maybe I would have been much slimmer, and I wouldn't have to work so hard in the gym to keep my figure. But thank you so much, that's very kind of you. And the next question is from Faisal Hizar. You are ACCA. My question is that you left practice or working in India as accountant, please reply. I think you are asking why have I left practice, or am I working in India as an accountant? No, I am not working as an accountant here in India, and I am not intending to, because Indian salaries comparing to what I can get in England is far less for probably longer time than what you have to work. I mean, the hours are not 9 to 5. People work from 11 to 7, 8 o'clock. And I've got family, I've got young kids. So this was never my goal, to be outside the house and work all the time, whereas not having much family time. This is also why we're here. But yes, I have put my career on hold, and only once I return to England, perhaps then I will go back to my career of accountant. The next question from Blue Eagle, which is how long are you going to stay in India? Where are you planning to settle? We are settled in Indore, and how long we're going to plan to stay here, I would refer you to the previous question, which is maybe a year, maybe 2, who knows, depending on how the things will work out here and plan out. Chauhan traveling vlog. What is the best thing changed in your life after marrying with smart Indian man, and how do you feel now? And then you go on talking about how you have a girlfriend in USA but you fight together and arguing with each other. I think, you know, having a relationship with someone from outside of your culture, outside of your country, and someone that is brought up in a different environment to you, there will be a lot of compromising that you need to guys have. And unless there is a genuine love and respect towards one another, it will be very difficult to sustain a happy relationship. And I for once know that, because I've been married for 15 years to my Indian man. And how has my life changed? I don't know what it would be if I didn't marry. So it's very difficult to say, well, you know, how is your life different now to what it would have been if you wasn't married to Indian man, or if I married anyone else. I don't know. I really don't know, because I've married my Indian man, so I'm happy and that's what it is. And I'm not dwelling on what would happen if, you know. Vicky PZ7 is asking, are you guys now doing business in India? Not yet. We are looking into opportunities. There's a lot of people that we're meeting and we're gathering information, we're doing our research and just trying to gather what's the best thing to do, whether we should go into real estate, or whether we should open our nursery, or whether we should open our restaurant. We are talking to a lot of people to kind of guide us throughout the process, because we're not from India, or my husband is, but he doesn't know much about running businesses here. So this is why we need a lot of research done prior to us investing money into any kind of business. Question from Amit Shah. In which year you and your husband met? So we have met in 2007, which was just 8 months before we got married. Our story is quite quick. We got together in 2007, and 2008 we were already married, and that's 15 years ago. 15 most happiest years in my life. Next question is from Perpetual Procrastinator. I love your name. What is your favorite Indian food, and what is your favorite Polish food which reminds you of a childhood? My favorite Indian food must be biryani. I love biryani, and I also like keema. You know, I'm non-vegetarian, by the way, guys, so I also love lamb curry. And this is as for Indian food. And as for Polish food, I remember on Sunday my mom used to make chicken, and she used to make chicken with loads of leafy salads, usually from the garden if it was summertime, and potatoes on the side. So it was something that I really remember the most, and I love like shallow fried chicken, the way she prepared it. I don't think there's any name for it, it's just chicken. Sandy Patil Hosting is asking, I believe that Indian education system is harder as compared to the UK for kids. Indian kids can manage in the UK, but UK kids cannot manage in India. Is your kids able to manage here? So yes, I did say before that they are struggling with the amount of studies that there is to do. The level is a little bit higher to what it was in the UK. So certain subjects they struggle more than the others, just because the educational level was a little bit lower. And I agree with the fact that kids coming from outside of UK will do well in the UK, whereas kids coming from the UK to India or anywhere else, they would struggle anywhere else, because the system in the UK has slightly different approach to studying and teaching. So yes, it is harder to compare it with the UK for sure. Why India instead of Poland? Also, any business ideas, work opportunities yet? Anshuman from Mumbai. Why India instead of Poland? Because although Poland's got good educational system, my kids would not be able to study in Polish because they don't speak Polish very well, or not enough to study. And in India there is English studies, and that is why we decided to come here. Also, obviously, India has a very good educational system. And also any business ideas, as I mentioned before, we are considering few options, but there is not yet anything solid that we have for you guys to share with. But as soon as we do, I'm sure we're going to be making videos about it and updating you on it. Utaksha Kaushik, what are your husband's future plan, as in how your family is planning to support themselves financially? Your business in UK is all shut now. Yes, that is true. Our business is shut, but we sold it, so we have managed to save up, and we have money invested in certain FTs, and because of that we have some money to survive on for the next year, 2, 3, however long we need to survive on, until we manage to find something. Worst comes to worst, we'll go back to England and we just jump back into our previous jobs, and maybe my husband will go back to opening the transport business. We will know. once it happens. So at this point in time, we don't know yet, but we do have some financial backing that allows us to stay here and carry on living without needing to worry about tomorrow because we are not working. The next question is from Prashant Kumar. Your favorite vacation destination in Asia other than India, and why? We have not yet been to anywhere else in Asia other than India. We're planning Thailand soon because my daughter really wants to see it, and also while we're in India, it's just not far away. But we have not seen any other places. But Asia or India is so big itself that we have seen quite a lot of India, and we're planning to see more of it while we're living here. Nails are done. I'm moving on. The next question is from Marta, who is also a vlogger, and she also shows a life with her Indian husband, who's Punjabi, and they got two beautiful children. So Marta has sent me a question saying that for comparison, would you also want to live in Poland for a year or two so that kids have insight into both of the cultures? The answer is no. I would not want to go to Poland for a year or two because my children do go to Poland regularly. We go at least once a year for a holiday, and they know Polish culture very well because my parents used to live here, and I know that in Poland they would not find themselves comfortable when it comes to schooling because they don't know Polish well enough. You know, my daughter speaks quite well Polish, but that's about it. She can only speak it, but she cannot study in that language, so I know they would struggle greatly. So that's the answer for Marta. Thank you for sending the question. I'm a little bit tired, if I must admit, because we've been in the shop for quite a while, and I did some shopping in between just to kind of pick a few ingredients for the stuff. I wanted to address the very last question while I'm here before I wrap up. So this question was from Golden Sigma 3342. Following the question from Marta that I've just addressed, how difficult it is for me to cope with the children in the light of sudden changes of culture and lifestyle. This question is actually written in Polish, which is quite nice that some of you are trying to put an effort to actually speak Polish to me on my channel. That's really nice in the comment section. So we're making certain adjustments for the children. For example, cooking. So instead of having the chef cooking for us all the time, we cook ourselves because my kids, although they do like certain dishes of Indian food, they don't enjoy the spicy food. Neither they enjoy it every single day. So what we do, we cook for them our own meals. Plus, you know, whenever we possibly can, we go out as a family to places, to playgrounds, or, you know, any play places that we can take children or take them to friends here in Indore. And another thing that we do is that we travel, and that's the nice time when we can actually catch up. And also they do have quite a lot of time with us, with me and my husband, because back home I was very busy working. I was working mom. I just don't have enough time with them, and they wish to spend some more time with us. So it's not so much of an adjustment, but lifestyle change that's happened, which they appreciate to have so much time with us. But they are much more busy with studies, so I guess that's compensate for the time that they could spend with us. So that was it, guys. Thank you so much for sending all those questions over. There was a lot to go through, and I appreciate this video is not a short one, and I hope you have found the answer to the questions that you've asked. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one. Bye.